to my channel. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day wherever you are. I haven't been posting in a while, which there will be a video coming up about why I haven't been posting, but I'm back. And I know I always come back with like, sorry I haven't been posting. This time was like not just me being lazy, but this time was actually like I had a good reason. But that's for a different video. This video is gonna be a fun video. At least I think it's fun. I love talking about this type of thing. So I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite Thai dramas. I love to watch shows from all over the world, and Thailand is a country, their shows I have fallen in love with over the last 2 years, especially during quarantine. But I've been watching for a couple years now, and these are some of my favorite ones. I do have a lot more that I enjoy, that I love, but when condensing it to the top 10, I think these were the ones that really stood out to me. I do have like a list and like notes and stuff, so if I happen to like look down for a second or there's like a weird jump cut, it's because I have a horrible memory and I can't remember all of this without rambling, and we don't want either thing. So handy dandy list. Okay. My first on this list has to be Full House. No, it is not like the American Full House. It's like the Korean Full House, which is obviously different. So this stars Aom Seshar and Mike D'Angelo, who are two of my favorites. I've watched a lot of their stuff. But this show is about a girl who's like comes home from like a trip, and her sister has like sold her house. And she sells it to like this celebrity guy. Well, the sister, or Aom's character, doesn't know like what's going on. So she comes back to her house and chaos ensues as she tries to like get her house back. But the gentleman is like, no, it's my house now. But he gets kind of caught in a scandal and she really wants her house back. And so in order to help each other out, they make a contract marriage. And then they make a contract marriage for her to get the house back after the contract ends. But during the contract, she has to pretend to be his wife so that he stays out of relationship drama or like relationship scandals. Even though their marriage in and of itself causes so many scandals. But it's a really funny show. It was actually the first Thai show that I ever watched. And if it kept me coming back for more Thai shows, you know it's a good one. But they're both just brilliant in that character. Second on my list is the Charming Stepmom. And this was not a show that like I'd heard about or like had been kind of promoted by any of like the companies that I like follow. But I found it on Netflix and I was like, oh, this looks like cute. It is chaos at first, like it was so hard to follow, just because there was so much like interweaving of people, but it became really cute, and yeah, I loved it. Basically the main character, her name is Tammy, and she comes to live with her sister's boyfriend's family, and pretends to be the sister Cherry, because the boyfriend's not there, and Cherry wants the kids to like her, but she doesn't want to do. I don't know why, really, Tammy ends up pretending to be Cherry, other than the fact that Tammy gets there, pretends to be Cherry, chaos ensues, because like the boyfriend comes back at one point, realizes what's going on, but then just kind of like lets them do it, and then but Tammy, who's supposed to be pretending to be these kids' dad's girlfriend, ends up falling or having feelings and like emotions and whatever for this other gentleman that works for the family. And it's just, it's cute. It's got kids and, you know, family relations and family struggles and relationships. But also it's very just like, why? Who signed off on this? Like, why would you guys think that this was a good idea? Obviously not the writers, but the characters. The third, I know I'm messing with my hair a lot. It's really hot in my room, and so I'm trying to not die from the heat. The third show that I want to talk about is Sotis, and it is a BL, which means that it's a boys' love, basically meaning that the main couple is a gay couple. Those types of shows are very, very popular in Thailand. I'm gonna slide back. There we go. Those types of shows are very, very popular in Thailand, and I don't really think that if you're getting into Thai shows, you're gonna be able to avoid them and still have like a good amount of stuff to watch. So Sotis was, I think it was the first BL that I watched, or maybe it was the second. It was one of the first. And yep, okay, well I already said that note. It was one of the first that I watched. And it is about a young man named Kongpop who like comes into the university as a freshman, and they have like, in Thailand, they have like a big hazing ritual. Not like get drunk and do things like I guess we had in America, but it's more like group activities, and like they have to learn chants and things like that. So he comes in as a freshman, which means he has to participate in this. And one of the head hazers seems really mean, and just he and Kongpop butt heads like a lot, and just it seems like a really, really rocky relationship. But you very quickly realize that Kongpop has feelings for this head hazer, Artit, which I think I'm saying, I never know if I'm saying that right. I always panic. But he has feelings for this character and is not afraid to show them, which confuses a lot of his friends. They're like, wait, are you gay? Like, are you not? Like, what? So you kind of get to watch this like hate turn into a friendship, to turn into like disgust, to turn into like something else, and then it's just kind of like it goes everywhere. And also all of the side characters in Sotis you fall in love with as well. So I really liked that show, or this show since I'm talking about it currently, because of the fact that like even though the side characters didn't have as much of a plot or didn't have much of a storyline, you still fell in love with them in the moments that you saw them, because they were all great and very well written. So I'm gonna scroll up. The fourth one I want to talk about is Love at First Hate, which has one of my all-time favorite actresses, Mook Warrenett. I'm horrible with names, I'm so sorry. And this one is about a girl named Kluai. Like I said, I'm really bad with names, and I apologize if I am butchering them. I am trying, and I'm trying. But this one is about Kluai, who is a famous celebrity who gets kind of caught in this inappropriate predicament with a Dr. Pup, who is like her cousin's best friend. And it's all because of an accident, but it happens. And so in order to avoid a scandal, a sexual scandal, she tries to get away from the situation and things like that, but somehow she gets caught in another situation with the same gentleman. And so in order to, and kind of like Full House, and in order to get everybody off of both of their backs, they get engaged, and it comes out that they've been dating for a while, and the families approve, and everybody's kind of in on this, like, let's pull one over on all of Thailand. But they end up getting engaged, and then they end up getting married, basically to save both of their faces. But she hates him at first, and he has like a disdain for her, you know, but he honestly just likes to like push her buttons and like make her annoyed because he knows that it works. But it's such a cute show. Love at first hate, man. She quickly sees that he's not this bad guy that she thought he was. And it's just adorable, and I love Mook in everything that she does. She's just adorable, and so I absolutely loved it. It was like a happy show to watch. Okay, number 5 is Dark Blue Kiss, which is another BL. And this one is, if you're watching it, you have to watch Kiss and then Kiss Me Again, because you're introduced to the main couple of Dark Blue Kiss in those 2 shows, because they're like a side couple in those 2 shows, and then in Dark Blue Kiss you get to see them as the focus of the main couple. It's such a cinematically beautiful show. The music, the lighting, it's just beautiful, and how it was done. So if you like that side of like shows, it's a must watch because it was just beautifully done. But it is about a young gay couple who are still in college and getting kind of to the end of it. But one of the partners, Cal, is very, very nervous to let people know that he's gay, especially his mom, because he's kind of the man of the house. And Pete is very jealous in the fact that every time he sees a guy and somebody else with Cal, because he knows that nobody else knows that they're together, and so that causes a lot of strain in their relationship, causes a lot of problems, and you kind of get to see this journey of them trying to figure out where they are as a couple now, as well as, you know, who they are, and what Cal wants from the world, and so it's just beautiful. It's a really pretty show in the sense of like cinematic, but it's also just a beautiful journey of two people. Number 6 is My Husband-in-Law, and I think that this was the most recent show. I think this was the most recent show that I watched. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. But it's one of the most, I watched it during quarantine. And this show is about Muey. M-U-E-Y. She marries this childhood friend in order to get, that she's had a crush on for years, but she marries him in order to get him out of trouble with a mobster, by the direction of his mother. And so they've known each other since childhood. She lives as his like in-house maid basically. And so then they're, you know, forced to get married. He doesn't want to tell anybody, so it's this big secret, and that causes problems and strain. But it's a hilarious show. They both just pick at each other and they pull pranks on each other, but they also have to work in the same office and yet pretend that they're not married or that they don't have a relationship outside of it. But then, of course, at some point it comes out and everybody has opinions, and maybe there are emotions that come out during it. So you just have to watch it and see at the end how this couple ends up. But it's such a funny and cute show. Next is Kiss Me, which also stars Aom and Mike, but this one takes place in like high school. They're not adults in this one. But this is also a remake of the Korean show Playful Kiss. Yeah, Playful Kiss. And it's basically about a really stupid and just klutzy girl who has a crush on like the school's smartest boy, and it turns out that their fathers are childhood friends and that they're best friends or something. And so when a situation occurs and Aeon's character loses her house, her and her dad move in to Mike's character Tenten's house, and just once again chaos ensues because you have this girl who's in love with this boy, and this boy is being forced to tutor her and be forced to like go to school with her, which then of course causes rumors and things like that to come out at school. But it's just a tender-hearted show. It shows that no matter what you're given in life, you can make anything come out of it. You know, as well as even if you're the smartest in the room, doesn't mean you know everything and you don't understand how people's feelings work. So it's just a really cool dynamic of young teens finding out that what they thought that they knew might not be what they know, and just how everything works from that. So it's a good one. Number 8. Yeah, so number 8 is 3 Will Be Free, which I want to say is, yeah, it's the darkest show on my list. But it's about 3 friends who end up on the run. One of them is a male dancer. I think he's just a dancer. Okay, well, he's a male stripper. One is the manager of a go-go bar. She, you know, she's not up there dancing, but she's telling the girls what to do kind of thing. And the other one is the mobster's son, and they're all running from the mobster due to an incident that occurs. But these 3 are young and scared for their lives, and they're running, and tensions fly, but also emotions and feelings fly. And so you see these 3 characters trying to figure out love and sex and those types of things between the 3 of them on the run from one of the 3's dad. And they're just trying to protect each other. And so it's like the relationship between the 3 is really cool to watch and really interesting to watch. But it's also just cool and dark and edgy, which I personally haven't seen a lot of Thai shows like that. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right place. But it was cool to watch because I hadn't seen anything like it before. Number 9 is Theory of Love. And this is another BL, and it's about Kai and Third, and this is also 2 of my favorite Thai actors are the main couple in this show, and so I'm gonna stop for a second. So the show is about a group of college kids or college friends who all are kind of trying to figure out where they belong within each other because their relationship has become a lot more strained recently. And so they're trying to work on that, whereas and it's 4 friends, and the 2 other friends that aren't in like the center relationship or the center like feelings find out about their one friend's feelings towards their other friend, and it causes a rift between them and Kai because Kai doesn't know that Third likes him, that Kai treats Third poorly, and so they come to like Third's defense, and it really strains like this friendship and this group's dynamic. But as Third pulls himself away from the group, especially Kai starts to realize that his life is not the same without Third in it, and so he works hard to kind of bring Third back into his life, and it's just so cute. And one of the last episodes in the what is the word I'm looking for? In the scene where he confesses, the confession scene, it's just one of the most beautiful confession scenes, and I cry every time because it's just so cute and so happy, and I love it. But yeah, so that one is just a must if you like. They're all like creative students, so there's like a cool creative aspect to it. So if you're into that kind of stuff, that's the show for you. The final show is Oh My Ghost, which is a remake of the Korean version. My computer just shut off. There it goes. It is a remake of the Korean version, so if you've seen the Korean version, you know mostly what's going to happen. So Ju works in the dish room of a famous chef, and she's secretly in love with the chef, but she is too shy and klutzy, to admit that she has feelings for him. But it doesn't help that she sees ghosts, so that also causes problems for her in itself because she's so shy. She doesn't want others to know what she sees and what she goes through. But she meets a virgin ghost who thinks that the reason that she can't pass on is because she's a virgin. So she ends up taking over the body of Jew. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong again. She takes over the body of this girl in order to seduce the chef in hopes that she can get him in bed and pass on. And it's such a humorous topic. There is a darker turn to it throughout the show, but the center base of it I feel like is very comedic in the sense of a virgin ghost takes over a body to seduce the girl's boss. It's a funny story. But it's also got some dark twists and turns, which is really cool. So that is my list of top 10 Thai shows that you should watch if you are getting into Thai shows, or if you're already into them and you haven't seen the ones that we mentioned, please do. They're incredible. They all make you laugh, cry, curse at the TV at least once during the show, and they're just fun to watch. So if you watch them, please comment down below what you thought or your favorite character or anything like that, because I would love to hear it. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. Suggestions, questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear